Good evening from the Pacific Northwest. I am your host, Greg, better known as Effigy on Steam. And you're watching the Weekly Factor here on Factor of Games. Welcome, everyone. I know that we just did that twice. Some of us get to experience everything 2 times a day, just like a clock. But no, it was the reason that happened. And welcome, LS, and welcome to everybody else that's here. I appreciate it. And nothing self. Thank you. Welcome. And yes, there's a reason why this happened. My computer basically decided to flip out all week long, and I thought my graphics card went bad, completely bad. And I went to Best Buy, bought like a 4060 just to, cheap as I could get it. Like the cheapest 4060 I could find was like one that had been returned. It was like $250 because I have a 2080 in this streaming PC, and I thought it's not taking drivers, it won't work, there's nothing going on, so I'm going to put a new card in there. I did that. It didn't work either. So found out that it was NVIDIA drivers had corrupted, or I even thought the hard drive corrupted, but basically wiped the whole machine out. And what you're seeing is the remnants of that wipe coming forward. I thought I had fixed this already. I thought I had the mic ready to go. I thought I had everything ready to go. And here it was all screwed up. So I'm sure it's going to be screwed up even more. But appreciate everybody for stopping in. And thank you for putting up with that brief pain there, that a little bit. But I think it was nothing self. You were asking about is No Rest for the Wicked playable yet? It's not going to be locked in. They're probably going to get to that in maybe a couple weeks, right? To be able to get it running correctly on these devices. None of the developers that I've met and talked with ever have made a central plan around supporting like the Steam Deck, for example. Like it's something that they are interested in, and obviously they know, but basically they're just trying to get their game through like early access and into making some money so they can, feed their family and pay for some stuff. So I think we're probably going to wait a little bit, maybe a week or two, but maybe even a little bit longer than that. But I think they will get it. I mean, the game is not super beyond the limits of the Steam Deck to run at like 60 frames per second. I wouldn't think so. I think they just got to do some optimization, but the game plays really well. I enjoyed that. I thought it was a really solid game that, kind of lives within the realm of like a Diablo and a, Dark Souls, right? In that sense. So really good game. I like it. But this week we've got a whole bunch of games, but first I figured we're going to just start with something funny that's in the news. So let's just take a little chat here. Give me 1 second to indulge you in just a little bit of information. And I thought this was interesting, with the big, where's my web browser now? What happened here? Is it here? No, it's not there. I'm going to have to manually fix that. Give me 1 sec. Oh, it's going to be 1 second all night long. And I don't know why that's not there now. It was working just fine. I had actually went in and edited this part. Anyhow, I can speak to this. We don't even have to worry about it. But Gamer Rant, if you haven't read that, you probably have. But I mean, if you haven't, it's actually a pretty good, rag online that's going to sit there and cover a lot of stuff that's going on in the gaming industry. They were talking about the next Fallout maybe coming sooner than expected, which obviously everybody understands the high level of interest in Fallout. The show that basically has brought everybody to the dining room table has been the big lead here, and how much success they've seen with Prime Video and the Fallout series, and then obviously Bethesda and Microsoft taking full advantage of that and doing sales around it. But I guess Microsoft's getting antsy, and they're finding that they may need to bring a Fallout 5 or something else sooner than expected, because if we were to be on a Fallout timeline, we'd probably, for a proper Fallout release, not 76, which is not a bad game, but just not 76, we'd probably be about 2 to 3 years away, right? If we were to think about like Fallout 5, because that's about a 10-year span, maybe Well, I guess we'd be about 10 years, maybe. No, probably about 8 to 9 years, something like that. We're probably in like a 10 to 11 year kind of period, right? That we'd be looking at that. And they're not even done with Fallout or Elder Scrolls 6 or have that out. So that was supposed to be the next focus, but they probably don't want to miss out on an opportunity like this, especially with season 2 being approved already and kind of signed. And then I'm sure season 3 will be in the works. They're probably going to be targeting like a 2 or a 3, right? Late 2 or 3. So they're going to have to bring in some outside help. But I thought it was interesting. And they were already talking about like, is Microsoft going to commit and kind of jump on board of the hype and push forward with this, unlike they have with other projects that they've done. So it'll be interesting to see. I know that, funny enough, my kid and I did what if Fallout 5 was to happen? Where would it happen? And this was back in 2016. So if you do some digging around on Factor of Games here, you will find that probably about 22 minutes of talking about like what we thought at that time was going to be the next Fallout 5 and where it could be and like why and what the topics would be. And it's kind of funny, like Fallout 4 actually, most things are very, not time sensitive, but they're very much in the events that are going on during the time is when they try to release games, or what they would try to release with that type of information. But some things like last a long period of time. And we talked about it back in 2016 on Fallout 4, that it was kind of relevant that people were scared potentially that machines or robots and things like that would take their jobs, or, they didn't want them to be in their world. That was, if you've ever played Fallout 4, a lot of it is about like humans versus synths, right? And how relevant is it till today, even where AI is now kind of the threat, and now they're doing a Windows, or not just a Windows, but like for the consoles and Windows or Steam, a next gen version to kind of update Fallout 4. So it's still relevant today. It's kind of funny, and it's just like kind of the tone of the game stories and things like that they put into it. I know Rockstar's very good at that as well, but Bethesda did a really good job. And 10 years later, or 8 years later at least, it's still kind of the same tone. But yeah, if you get a chance, check that out. It's kind of funny. It doesn't have a lot of views or anything like that. It was never meant to. We just did it because we really enjoyed it, and that was a time period of like, my child was 12 years old at the time, something like that, 11 years old. So it was really fun and just kind of a funny thing to talk about. But you could imagine where we said it was going to happen, in the Pacific Northwest, obviously. But it's on there. You can find it. So that is just a little bit of news that I had heard over the weekend. I think it was what's their name? I can see it here. It's Viraj Bhatnagar, I think, was who wrote that article. And it's on Game Rant. It's the next Fallout game may release sooner than expected, was the headline. And that was just kind of their take on it, which does make sense. I mean, getting a third-party company to do this, not having Bethesda try to do it, let them kind of work on Elder Scrolls, don't have Obsidian take it over, because I know like Bethesda didn't have a lot of faith in Obsidian, but Obsidian's doing their own cool stuff now. So like Avowed and what is their Spacer's Choice? What's it called? I can't think of the name of the game. We've had it on here plenty of times. It's a really good game too. It's essentially the space version of like a New Vegas or something for them. Oh, why can't I think of it? Spacers. I know the name of the company, or like the game's like title. Outer Worlds. Thank you. Nothing Self. Thank you. Outer Worlds 2 is what they're working on. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. But you'd have to find some other third party that you could trust to kind of work on a Fallout 5, or maybe they don't even do Fallout 5. Maybe it's like they could remaster New Vegas. That would be amazing. Or Fallout 3, or they could even do like a middle of the road. But I think really what they would need to capitalize would have a proper Fallout named, or Fallout numbered game in the series. So we'll see. But let's get to looking at the games that were voted on this week. That's something that, and I'm marking timelines. I've tried to get fancy. So I have a timeline little button on my Stream Deck that I can like sit there and like tag these. So it's going to make these timestamps hopefully go up much faster. I'm going to try to get those done tonight instead of tomorrow morning. We'll see if it actually works. You never know. So we've got a couple different games that were voted on. Obviously, everybody that voted on them, I think we were into the 80s, 100s on these, which is always fun to see like where the games are going. But we did get the 5 games out each day, or 4 games out each day for 5 days. I changed the time, and I'll tell everybody why I changed the time here in a minute. But the time, it's now moved from like the poll will go out at noon Pacific time every day instead of 6 a.m. Pacific time every day. The reason in that is because Steam refreshes at 10 a.m. Pacific time, and they put up like their more relevant games that are on sale or games that are being featured or new games that have hit the market, or even like, you know, they update their upcoming games. So I figured if we wait until that happens at 10 a.m., then I get to, you know, grab the images, kind of make the choices and all that stuff for the 4 that go up to the poll every day. It's going to be more relevant to what people are wanting to see, right? Or what games you may want to, you know, you may be looking at buying, and what games you would want to see running on there. So I think it's going to make a little bit more sense to just put the poll out at noon every day. That'll give 2 hours to get that done. And then again, the choices will be more relevant. I think they were this week because I started it on Tuesday, I believe it was, and went the rest of the week. And I think it kind of pointed to that. So some of the games that were voted on by you, the voters, which if you don't already know, it's free for everybody to vote. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Just click the subscribe button down below, and then and also have notifications on. That's a good thing. That bell, make sure it says all, because then you get notified when the poll goes up. If not, you'll just see it in your feed, and then you can vote on it as you would normally. So it's like 4 games go up every day. One of those games moves forward. We have 5 days of voting, and then that means there's 5 games on the Saturday show, which you're watching now. And then ultimately I pick an extra one that it's either a developer sent over, or it's a new game that's come out that nobody got a chance to vote on, or maybe it's an upcoming game within the next week, something like that. You know, we try to make it fit well within the time frame, like either week ahead, week after, or the current week. So what was voted on? We're going to cover Manor Lords. So Manor Lords came out. This one's interesting. I like this. And right now we're looking at the Legion Go. We're just kind of on that screen. The Manor Lords is an interesting game. It kind of combines a Frostpunk style with I don't even know, like head-to-head battles between, you know, invaders coming in and trying to attack the town, and you're trying to defend it. So there's some interesting components to it. I haven't even gotten a chance to try it. It was one of those ones where the vote ended at noon or whatever time today. I had to get it, purchase it, download it, and I haven't even had a chance to run it yet. So it'll be one of the ones that we go through where we don't know what's going to happen. We will be using mouse and keyboard on it, but I will be doing a real view video of it for tomorrow, possibly Monday, one of the 2 days, where you can see it with the controls and the controller. We could even give it a test tonight, even to see how the controller works as well. The next one was Dead Island 2. Dead Island 2 came out this week for Steam. It had been on Epic Store. They finally were tired of not getting a lot of sales over there, and they brought it over to Steam, and they cut it in half price, which is normally what happens. It's one of those things. I don't know if they're trying to appease the Steam players and try to get them to buy into it, or they are just really desperate because Epic just doesn't sell at the same rate as Steam does. So they want to get like as much as they can. Ubisoft does this a lot. You see them basically cutting games like 85% from their asking price over on Epic when they launch to like $15 or, you know, $12 or something like that when they launch on Steam, whenever it's an exclusivity period. So I don't know how well that's doing for everybody, but there's a few games that still do it. So, or publishers, I guess it's something you got to test and stick with if you want to see. We're also going to take a look at Halo Master Chief Collection. We'll take a look at a few of the, maybe one or two of the Halo games that are in that. I think you have a total of 5 that are available, 6 possibly. We'll have to take a look when we get into it. Then we're going to take a look at, and that's on sale, by the way. So if you do like the game, you can get it right now for $9.99 on Steam. It's a great deal. I can just say that right off the bat. State of Decay 2 Juggernaut Edition. So this one is available for sale right now as well. Microsoft's doing kind of like an overall sale across all their titles. And State of Decay 2, if you haven't played it, is kind of an open world zombie game. Zombie survival game. So basically zombies have taken over. You live in kind of a, various types of towns. The original one happened more in the farms. I think State of Decay 2 happens more in kind of prairies and mountainous ranges. I forget how that goes, but that one also is one that we're going to take a look at. And then Darkest Dungeon 2 is more of a deck builder. So we're going to take a look at this one. It's not really a deck builder so much to say as cards show up, but in a way they are, and your characters are that component of it. But it's a really interesting strategy game, fun. I like the original one a lot, played a lot of that. Darkest Dungeon 2 is just more of it and done even better. So we'll take a look at that one. And if you didn't know, Fallout 4 launched this week with their next gen update. So I did one video of that for the Steam Deck. You can take a look at that. Basically, that encompasses a lot of things. It's verified now on Steam Deck because there's no launcher. You don't have to worry about a launcher. It just kind of rolls right into the game. But as far as I could tell, you can't change the graphics settings. They've kind of locked it down. It does get like 90 frames per second in most areas, dropping down to 70 or so frames per second in certain instances when something's going on. But I mean, like it definitely performs really well. Looks pretty good. You get the additional mods that I think were available through the workshop. You also get, if you have, and I have one up here, a widescreen and ultra wide, you get support for both of those. I haven't tested on either one, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to be interesting, right? You get a larger field of view. If you go third person, you're definitely going to see more of the world around you. So kind of interesting. It's free. You didn't have to pay for it. And if you already own the game, and it is available on Steam, on Xbox and on PlayStation as well as Steam. So you can get it on both of those versions, which I think that became a bigger deal because it bumped it up from 30 frames per second where it was locked to 60 frames per second on consoles. And then we're going to take a look at Oddsparks. Oddsparks is one of those automation style games. Kind of an interesting game. The developer sent it over, and we're going to take a look at that. I've also got just a bunch of games like backed up. Well, we did No Rest for the Wicked. That was sent over. Whisker Waters was sent over. Tower on the Borderlands. That was sent over. That one's going to get a video this week. Astro Swarm. I just started Swarm Grinder. That was another one. Let Bygones be Bygones be Bygones. That was another game. So just tons of new games that developers have sent. And I basically put a call out saying, hey, since I quit my job and this is kind of what I'm doing full time, that, send over everything. Ryan Qualza, welcome. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. That's what's going to, be the thing that I'm working on most, is getting us back up to like 2 or so videos per day, along with the daily poll. You can really only get 3 notifications as far as I know. So we're going to be kind of dealing with that for the time being. So at least 2 games a day with that notification for the poll every day. And then we'll see what else happens. Let's go ahead and jump in. So what do we want to start with? What's the biggest game? I probably imagine it's somewhere between Dead Island 2 and Manor Lords. Those got the highest votes. So I take it it's one of those 2. And I'm just going to pick Dead Island 2. Let's go ahead and check that out. So Let's see if the Steam Deck's alive. There we go. So there's the Steam Deck, right? Yep. We've got that. So let's see. We're going to jump in. And I am going to use mouse and keyboard tonight because, again, that controller, what is it? The 8-bit DOE controller? The thing is acting really strange. I think there's something wrong with it. So I'm going to run just mouse and keyboard, but know that this game supports controller just fine. I am going to do a real view video of this as well. We shouldn't need to... It's already set up for official controller layout, so we shouldn't need to worry about that when we do that. But we also shouldn't have to worry about anything for the compatibility. It should run just fine. It's my expectation. So let's go ahead and jump in. This is on sale, like I said, for $29.99. I played this on PlayStation 5, and it was okay. You know, I didn't really have a complaint. It's more of the same. It's got an interesting story. And it does get a little bit difficult. There are some spots where you run into some fights that are, you better be leveled ready and all set for the battle because they get pretty tough. One is a rock star, I think it is. There's a rock star in the game that you got to take over there. No, it's actually, what are they? They're not a rock star. There is a rock star. They are something like an influencer is what I want to say. Maybe an adventure influencer or something like that. And you go to their house and they just throw everything at you. And it becomes tough. There's no doubt about it. But the I expect the game's going to run just fine on there. It might not be 60 frames per second, but I think we'll be able to get like 40 frames per second is my guess. From what I've tested before and kind of what I've seen. But you never know. You can always have different issues. Oh, there's the Epic Online Services update. Hopefully that's updating it so it's not there any longer, but I doubt it. That was the one nice thing that with that Fallout 4 update, I was kind of shocked that they got rid of the launcher. I kind of thought they would just make the launcher work better. But they got rid of it altogether, so it just fires straight into Fallout 4 now, which is super nice. They need to go back, do that for New Vegas. They need to go back and do it for Fallout 3. And for every other game, Skyrim, Morrowind, Oblivion, you know, all those. It would be nice. It's just, I don't understand why we have to have launchers like that. Like if you know that you're on that type of device, they've proven that they can just basically set up the device for optimal specs and let people just enjoy it, right, in that sense. Let's see. So we may be getting HDR signals. Let me take a look here. We are. So the game's going to look a little dark. And sometimes we can control this HDR when we get into the menu, and sometimes we can't. The Steam Deck kind of just picks it up and runs with it. Now, are we not going to get audio? I might have to make an adjustment here because I'm not hearing the Steam Deck audio. So give me one sec. I'm seeing it, so it might just be low. I'm hearing it now. Okay. If it's too low for everybody on the stream, let me know. I don't want it to kind of overpower me, but we'll test it. We'll put it there. It's about a third of the way up. So we'll see if it sounds okay. Let's go ahead and jump in. Now, we are seeing 30 frames per second, but I would guess either we're locked right now by the settings or it's just for the cutscenes. And that might be something that they're going to update as they go. Oh, yes. The Epic. This is the one downfall, you know, obviously. I don't know how people feel about it, but it's not something that I like, is to have to connect over to other stores. But you really can't get around it. I'm going to see if I can skip through it. We're just going to accept and just get through that. I'm happy that they allow you to at least skip it. Let's turn HDR off. Perfect. There we go. Much better. So we were able to control at least that. Now let's do some setup so we can barely see the logo, right? I can't even see it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, it's going to sit there and... Well, we'll let it. It's close to being done. It's better to let it finish so it actually performs better. All right. Oh, man. Lots of content. There we go. So, options-wise. Now, we are 1280 by 720 is what... I think that's what I'm broadcasting at, and that's what you're seeing here from the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck's, you know, outputting 1280 by 720. So let's take a look at display. Yep. So 1280 by 720. Let's see if we can go up to at least 60 frames per second. Actually, let's go to 120 just to see. We'll use vertical sync right now, and then we'll turn that off. Let's just kill motion blur. HDR's off. Advanced, let's see. Medium quality. All the way with... Let's turn... FSR to quality. Yeah, we'll run with that. We'll see how it does. So medium quality options for FSR, and we've got the max basically frame rate, so we'll see what it does. Save changes. Now it's going to start us from the very beginning because I don't have a save on here. I have the save on the PlayStation, so it might, if I would have connected my account, it might allow us to go and look at like my game. If it does, I will do that for the real view video. So we'll just start the game from the beginning, but I will try to, you know, make sure that if I can use my save, if it'll sync with Epic, then we'll use that so we can see further into the game.
Where the hell did you come from?
Long Beach. I gave up my seat.
It's gotta be 20 clicks. Through them?
Can't catch me.
So it does take place in LA, which actually is a pretty good place for something like this. I thought it was pretty good.
Fire department, out the way!
It's going to have, what, our 4 heroes, I think it is. No, I think there's actually more than 4. That's what the original one was. You had the guy that was the famous rapper that no longer had like a big following. Then you had the football player. Then you had the executive female. And then there was one more. Can't think of who they were. Yeah, I think there's maybe 6 or 7 here. It's good to see that the actual the actual like cutscenes are not locked. So oh, leaving that guy behind. There's the dude. That's the guy that I played as in my playthrough. He's like a British rocker, maybe?
There better be food on this place. Ticket, please.
Oh, sorry. Must be mine with Jackie.
This'll do.
There we go. And we're safely away.
You're Amazon, right? And Robert Steele? Can I get a selfie?
Ooh. All right, let's go ahead and skip through this part since we already know that it's actually doing. I know we kind of hung out on there for too long. I was just curious. I couldn't. I remember a lot of the game because I did make it a good ways into it, but I didn't remember everything. There we go. Who are we going to take? So let's just choose Amy right now. Since if I do have my save, when you see the other one, it'll be of the guy with the cigar. I can't remember his name, but the guy that had the cigar and had the British accent. So we'll get a chance to see that if we. I'm pretty sure the Epic Games. I mean, my expectation would be if they're going to provide anything, they're going to provide the ability to sync your saves. So it'd be nice. And hopefully what we can do is get to a save point for this so we can then jump to the Legion Go, pick that up from that point. All right, let's see here. We've got, okay, 59 frames. Something like that. 44, 59, 60. I think we got to find a health. There we go. Oh, you're almost there. Oh, she only has, she's got one of the, was it the athletic, like, running feet? Prosthetics? Just took a stim pack. Okay. I think once we get out of here, it'll be a little bit more interesting because right now, obviously, we're in the plane. Oh, what is going on here? My mouse is acting funky. It's like losing connection here and there. I don't know why. Okay, maybe this way. I remember we gotta get to the next area. Which it probably was. Yeah, it's like losing connection on my mouse. You know, it may be something to do with because the controller keeps losing connection and the this mouse keeps losing connection now, and both are wireless. I don't know if it's actually something to do with that Steam Deck and peripherals. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see, climbing. Space. There we go. Okay, 50s, 54.
Let's go.
49. This is okay, good. It just saved. So this is a little bit of effects going on.
Oh, hi. You okay?
Okay, we're standing. Yep.
I'm seeing things.
48, 46.
Great.
I'd want to say if we can make a change, let's do that now. Oops, I don't want that. I wanted this. Let's turn VSync off and just see what we get there. I think I screwed it up. Hold on. VSync off. Save. Let's see what we get now. So now we're in the 60s, 70s range.
Gotta find a weapon to smash this cargo crate.
Oh, that's what this is right here.
This should do it.
Oh, this card. I was thinking one behind me. Okay, now we can go and duck under here, probably. Yeah, that mouse is just acting really screwy. So there's the actual Steam Deck controlling it, which is just fine. Let me see if we can use this controller. Because right now, it's just not liking the connection. Come on. Yep. You know what? Let's do this. I'm going to remove the keyboard. And we're just going to pull the Steam Deck a little bit closer. And just kind of play off a bit. So now I'm running the actual Steam Deck controller. This is pretty smooth. Well, except for that just there. Let's see.
This could be
Grab
useful.
this, grab that. Are we trying to jump up here? Yep. Need a light. Yeah, I mean, the controller feels really good. And if we're able to get, like, I mean, we're pretty close to 60 right now. It's not locked, but it's not really too far away either. Maybe if we jump down to balanced. Is that the way we're supposed to go? It must be. But where do we go? I don't think I can get over that. Can't remember exactly what. It looks like we're supposed to go back that way. But why can't we get over this? Yeah, it's not breaking. And I can't push it. So let's see. I hate getting stuck in the beginning of the game. So we came through there. Did I miss something? Oh, you know what? Isn't there a kick? There is a kick in this game. Hang on. I'm pretty sure. There it is. I wonder if we got to kick that thing out of the way. Let's give it a try with the prosthetic. There it is. And I think we'll be able to save. It did save. Not 100% sure. Oof. Decent explosion.
Not
Skirt the
about to let Crash
flames.
get killed now.
This way. All right. There we go. Now, let's see if we go in and we make one more adjustment. And let's move it to... Let's adjust FSR. We'll leave all this to medium. We'll leave our... Well, let's actually look at performance. There we go. I mean, we're close. 56, 58. 70s in tight corners. Okay, now we're kind of out of the explosions and the flames. There it drops down in the 40s again. I think if you were to, like, say, well, put it on balance, lock it to 40 frames per second, I don't think you'd have a bad experience with it. Which way? This way. Although you can, you know, probably keep it at this point, but
Just a few bruises. I think we got lucky. I might
it looks really good this way.
This is fucking tremendous.
Emma, darling, I'm so sorry about Robert.
Why? I mean, this is all his fault. The selfish wanker.
She's like the Hollywood,
Find me
what would you call a Hollywood celebrity?
shoes.
Oh, hey. You know you got all, like, blood coming out of your ears.
What? I can't hear you. I got blood coming out of my ears.
Well, I mean, what are we going to do?
Sorry, I got my lights hooked up to a foot pedal as well as my microphone so I can mute it.
Emma Jaunt.
Cool.
Of course, you know what a huge star she is. Romero winner, no less. We need to get her home.
Okay, can we... Yeah, we can skip this. I just want to get past this point, and I think it'll... It's saving right now.
Hey.
Well, I believe it might have saved. I don't know.
Back up, stink breath.
Okay. The battling is pretty good.
I can kill them.
We can't go that way. Oh. We need our weapon. Uh-oh. We got a few friends.
I can take you and your friends.
I didn't know she was going to say friends, too. I think they all have unique... I'm not sure if they have all unique dialogue, but they definitely do talk a good bit through the game. Oh. Okay. Now...
More coming.
let's get out of here. Can we do that? No. Oh, maybe we gotta spend a little more time beating up zombies. A few more. I just want to make sure that we have a good save spot, and then we can jump into the other device.
Coming. Gotta do something, Ames.
Take that too. Now, if you've never played Dead Island, it's kind of like Borderlands. So it's a looter, right? In that way, your equipment gets better and better. You get like different, varying like RGB or, well, like RNG gear.
Gotta throw my weapon.
You also get like certain levels, right? Like you can upgrade it, but you get like more legendary, you get more like high-end gear as you go through the game. So you're always going to be switching different weapons. Predominantly, there's always a difference. Oh, it's this way.
I can burn him if I knock that tire down.
How do I do that? Oh, throwing things. I guess we're going to throw our good weapon. There we go. Ooh. All right. We should be getting out of here any second.
You're all fucking with the wrong girl.
These are people that had survived but then died.
Check out
So
the others.
I think they're dead. Nope, this guy's still alive.
Can't lie. We are in a tough spot here. Hey.
God, how the fuck did this happen? It's not meant to be like this.
Hey. We're not beat yet? Here. Ma'am? Can you hear me? I got some water. You need to stay hydrated.
Not looking good. Oh. Oh, she went for the guy that was stuck too. That sucks. Right in the eye.
I fucked up. Stupid.
Oh, now he can move? Oh, just took his legs off.
Gotta get help. 66 Alpine Drive.
Okay, now I think we're heading to, I think it's the Hollywood celebrities home. I think so. There we go. Title drop. And hopefully a save point, and then we can jump over to the Legion Go. Saving. Looks like it's saving. I guess, how long has this been out? Maybe they had it for a year? Yeah, I guess they might have had it for a year exclusive on the Epic Store. Something like that.
Winners don't quit.
Bel Air.
Bel Air.
Nice.
Still on track.
Okay, so let's try to save here. I'm hoping it's already saved. I think it has. So let's go to the main menu, and hopefully it will do a sync for us, and then we can start up in the exact same spot on the Legion Go. So let's give that a try and see if that works out. Unless it doesn't, because I didn't sign into the Epic Store, which we'll have to just play through the same thing. I don't know. Let's see. So Legion Go, I do have a controller working with this one, so it should be no issue unless the controller's dead, which it looks like it's dead. You're kidding me. Wow. I cannot believe that would be dead. So let's see, that's going to control there. I just need power, but I need it to be able to run. So let me grab this one. Okay, there we go. All right, so Legion Go, and now we're doing Dead Island. But look at that. You know what this is? It's the capture card. It does this every time, and then it screws up the audio. I don't think that I can switch back and forth like I used to. See how it's moving really slow? Oh, there it was doing a little bit better. It's kind of like the capture card gets into this weird state. It's just the one capture card. And it's always the one that's connected to the Legion Go. Let me think here. Because we're going to get like nasty sounding audio if I unplug it. So let's see, can I just run this over to here? I'm just going to try running the HDMI cable, and we'll switch that back and forth. It's not the most professional. I haven't figured out why this continues to do what it does. I don't really know why or what's up with it. So we're going to be on the Legion, or we're going to be on the Steam Deck, and we're going to be bouncing back and forth between the different resolutions, which is unfortunate, but it's something that we're going to have to live with for tonight. I wish I could just get these things to work exactly like they should, but they never do. Okay, so there it's resized. All right, let's see. Yeah, see how much more fluid it is? I don't know what causes that. I have no idea why that capture card does it. Okay, so this is Legion Go, and let me put a mark here for this one. Game one, and there shouldn't be anything that we have to do. This is a Windows machine for anybody that doesn't know. It is at 1080p, where the Steam Deck was at 720p or 1280 by 720. So we shouldn't have to do anything special here to get this to run. Let's just go ahead and try launching it. Now it may, unfortunately, I'm thinking that they may not be using the Steam servers for their, what would you call it? The cloud saves. So it may be that we didn't, because I didn't log into Epic Store, we're not going to be able to pull down that save. But for the real view videos this week, I will get these done so we can actually see them running with like further into the game with different saves. But we'll just see how far we can get. Actually, the audio kind of sounds funky on this one too. Audio is crackling. Yeah, I heard that as well. Let's see if it works its way out here. I don't know why that is. Nothing self. That only really occurs when I switch it over from that other device and or reset the capture card. Oh, it crashed. Yeah, hopefully the audio tends to fix itself eventually within the stream. It must have been missing something. Oh, you know why it crashed? It probably went to say like, hey, we need to call the server. Epic's server didn't go through its routine, so that's why it probably crashed there. Because it was like, nope, can't play unless we do this. I don't know if this would be considered their DRM solution or if it's actually just they need you to, because it's seeing as like a new game, new device, that we need to accept the EULAs and they won't allow you to continue. That would make sense. Yeah, I hear that crackling. I hope that fixes itself. Otherwise, we may just reset that capture card and just let it crackle. If it's going to do that either way, I would rather have it set up the way that I normally do so we can just like bounce between instead of having to resize windows and stuff like that. It's not really what I want to have the show be. I hear it doing it a little bit. Yeah, we may just reset the graphic or the capture card. And unfortunately, I don't know which one it is, so we're going to have to like reset one and then the other one. Yeah, I hear that. And that's usually what happens. It's like when you reset that capture card, you get that little bit of crackling and then it like disappears after a while, but it's like such a pain that it's even there. Did anybody pick any of these games up? I was curious if actually anybody was going to buy Dead Island 2. Let's see. So it looks like maybe it did use Steam's server. Okay, so that's good. It looks like it's synced. Now, again, 1080p. We're going to probably need to toy around with it a little bit more. It's not going to be perfect. Yeah. You plan on getting Manor Lords. Okay. But you're hooked on Planet Crafter right now. Yeah, I know. Manor Lords looks interesting. I'm definitely wanting to try it and check it out tonight. But yeah, I know what you're saying about Planet Crafter. All right, let's see. So this is the guy that we were... Well, there's the woman that we were on the plane with. This is her place. And that's where we're headed. Yeah, that audio sucks.
If I cut through this house, I'll come out right by Emma John's place. That's a win.
Oh, that's right. We've got to go
I need a circuit
steal a battery. So I didn't turn the FPS on. Whoops. Where are they at? Let me see if I can turn that on really fast. Oh, there it is. So 50s at 1080p. Not bad.
Try the garage.
50s, 60s.
Circuit breaker.
Obviously, a lot of scrounging for parts and stuff like that. Weapons, like I said, you get different weapons in it if you've never played these. some meds, some food. You definitely want to grab what you can. There's crafting in the game as well. So obviously you can upgrade some weapons. Take what I can. Nothing so. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciated. Even though there's crackling audio, I apologize. No, thank you for that, man. That
Fixed.
it's never required, but it's definitely helping now. Let's just say that. With these games and the prices.
You can do this.
Actually, they're not too bad, but quitting a job and doing this, it's not always the best idea. I think I've had better thoughts in the past, but I did it. And I'm not, just so everybody knows, I'm not just doing only YouTube. I am running some other stuff, like social media for some companies and stuff like that, or a company of my own, but it's not up and running 100%. Let's just say that yet. There's going to be a little bit of like making ends meet kind of thing. But no, thank you so much. The Legion Go always has this weird thing where, I don't know if you've seen it, but it kind of like skips a little bit, and I don't know really where that comes in. It just does it here and there, and they've never been able to kind of knock it out. It's not as smooth as a Steam Deck. Although it's smooth, right? Like, I'm not saying that the game's not smooth. It is smooth, but it's just like, there are just these points where every once in a while it'll like just skip. It does it less frequently when you're on the device. I've never seen it at the same level as I have. So it could be a capture card, could be the... We had a weird thing with the Steam Deck last week. And I think it was Fallout 4. It was before the update. So when we were doing the Fallout 4, it would not start if it was plugged into an HDMI device or like a dock. But then you'd take it off, you'd start the game, you could plug the HDMI device back into it, and it would play just fine. So I think they have these little quirks about them with the way that
Anyone alive?
external devices are working on them, right? Like, you know, TV, stuff like that. Hey, Chariot Man, how are you? It was a good video on the Legion Go sale. I saw that you put that out. I checked that out. How's your night going? Chariot Man's another YouTuber on here that does kind of the portable gaming devices as well. I think mainly the Legion Go right now, but has covered the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally in the past. I know that we've got to do something. Why did I just miss it altogether? Was it this? Locked by maglock. Oh, maybe it was this. That was it.
I'll huff and I'll
Doesn't really seem like such a secure thing, does it? Alright, this is a safe room this dude had. Oh, my pipe broke. Do I not have another weapon? I don't. I gotta go find one. Let's change some settings once we get rid of this guy. Actually, I'll run back into his room. I think he has a weapon in there that I want. He has a workbench. I know he's coming here. he's going to be coming to kill me. Or maybe he's not. He's got protein. Yeah, maybe he lost sight of where I was. Maybe he didn't have anything I needed. I think I just have to kill him. Let's just punch him. I don't have another weapon. Oh, we better go get a weapon. Not good. It's not working. It is not good. Yeah, this is running pretty good on the Legion Go for sure. It's always got, like you had mentioned, I think in your video as well. You've seen it where it does this little skipping here and there. I notice it more when it's on the HDMI devices. Something's connected to it. There are no weapons here. You've got to be kidding me, and I don't have any. Oh, yes, I do. There we go. I was hitting the wrong button. I got some rebar. Where did he go? Oh, here it is. That's what we needed. This. And that's gonna let us through here, I hope. There's a lot of people coming.
Should be out back. Oh, fuck. John's place is to the left.
Okay. Oh, there's still enemies. Can I pause? Yeah, I can pause. Let's see. So, options. Let's just test. So, 1080p is what we're at. Let's go and see what FSR is on. It might have carried the same one over. So, it is on performance. So, essentially, we're getting similar performance. And this is how pretty much this goes for the Steam Deck at 1280 or 720p to the Legion Go at 1080p. You can pretty much run the same settings and you get about the same performance. So, yeah, I mean, if you were to lock this to 40, you might get rid of any of those like little frame hiccups. It'd be a little bit steadier, and then you could probably maintain 40 for sure.
My head.
This is where we want to go, over here. But yeah, this is not bad at all.
Oh, crap. Different code.
Another key. Oh, there's people in here. Yeah, that audio though, that's not that's the capture card. Just so everybody's aware. I think I tried to not buy another capture card, but I'm kind of wondering if that's the answer here, because I'm using two of the same AverMedia cards, and I actually have a third one for the PC as well that I use. These are, varying degrees of age. Like, actually, two of them are from 5 years ago, and then the other one is from about 3 years ago. So I don't know if having all three connected to the PC and trying to use them all at once is causing the issue. Could be. I've tried to get away with it because I like the setup. I like just being able to, like, press a button, flips from one, press a button, flip to the other one. It makes it a much smoother transition for the show, I believe. Oh, that's energy drink. That's not what we need.
No code.
Code there.
Got it.
Okay, there we go. I thought we had to find a card. But yeah, I mean, when the setup is working perfectly, it really is a good setup. But the likelihood that it's going to work perfectly can really fall. It can fall short sometimes.
Who's out there?
It's
Oh.
Amy. From the crash? Let me in already.
Oh,
It is amazing, Cherry Man. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, Nintendo, they helped to move this forward.
I did it.
Everybody else thought, that's a good idea.
Just need to rest.
Okay, she is having it rough. But yeah, I mean, now we've seen the performance. I mean,
everywhere. It's a
the game is not necessarily locked at 60, but like I said, if you lock it at 40, which is, dropping into here
Give me the gun.
and doing the frame rate limiter, same kind of thing that you would have on the Steam Deck OLED.
No, I will not have this devil in my house.
Your house. You may have snuck your whole family in the
let's see. So we have it on 30, I think, right now. Whoops, where'd it go?
Well, I'm back now, and you are still my housekeeper, so give me the...
I think we could draw, because of the card, it wouldn't allow it to do 40, because the card doesn't support 40, the capture card. But you could move it to 30 now, but then, you know, take it off. If you're on the device, you can put it to 40 frames per second, and then you could be able to see it.
Kill them! This is not a fucking movie, I'm not killing them!
Okay.
Oh God. Are they turning?
Let's call it good here. We'll jump to the next game. We'll take a look at Manor Lords. And see if we can't get rid of that audio bug, that little issue. Okay, let me get out of here. Let's go ahead and do this. Oops.
Say something.
Is it not going to let me?
Didn't shoot me?
There we go. We'll just use the emergency jump
Michael
button.
fainted and the gun went off.
Okay.
Fucking idiot almost hit me.
There we go. Let me put this setup back together. And, you know, we'll try resetting the one graphic or the one capture card. But we'll keep the Steam Deck kind of doing what it does. See if it actually gets any audio bugs here for Manor Lords. I'm waiting for it to connect though. Oh, I know why it's not. Because we got to readjust it. This is why you don't want to like move them back and forth between the same one, because you have to go in and manually adjust to get it back to like 1280 by 720p and so forth. So, and that fixed, at least on the Steam Deck, I don't hear the crackling anymore. So, yeah, kind of weird. Now, let me guess which card I have to pull here really fast. Give me 1 second. I think I got the right one. Okay, let's see if that reset helped the Legion Go out at least a little bit. I don't know if it will, but it usually has in the past, but it may end up making it the audio crack. It's not doing it here, though. Let's see if the Legion Go is back up yet. Let's see. So we might have to do properties, deactivate, reactivate. Okay. I hear the audio cracking on that. Is it cracking over here now? Yeah, it's cracking everywhere. It'll hopefully fix itself. I apologize. It does this every once in a while, especially when I do that. When I pull that card or that USB, it starts doing it. So, Manor Lords, let's take a look at this. Now, I have not had a chance to run this at all, so I'm quite interested to see what happens here. So, we're not going to do anything special. We're just going to try it without any compatibility or anything like that. It's a mouse and keyboard as far as I know. But they do have a layout kind of for mouse and keyboard on the Steam Deck itself. So let's try and see how that runs. Now, I will give the mouse and the keyboard a little bit of a try again here, just to see what it does. I should need to plug the Steam Deck back in. Picture will come right back. just because I had been using the USB-C cable to charge that controller. That was dead. Let's hope it starts. If not, we can try, Proton Hotfix normally fixes a majority of issues like that. If it doesn't, I'd question like if anything's going to make it run. Okay, there we go. It's at least started up. And there's our mouse and our keyboard. And like I said, we'll use mouse and keyboard right now, but then we will use for the real view video, I will show it running with the controllers, the controller on the actual Steam Deck. Let's take a look here and see what we've got. So we're at 1280 by 720. It does support FSR. That's good. Let's put it to balanced. Actually, let's try it on quality. VSync we'll leave off. Let's move this to 120 just to see what we can get to. Sharpening is off, which is fine. It's got everything set to ultra. I don't know. Let's give it a try. We'll see what it does with that. I mean, I don't even think Frostpunk even works all that well. That guy looks like me. Let's go with him. Auto. Let's go effigy. There we go. Ugh, that audio sounds horrible. I kind of want to just... So what do we got here? Two different ones. Restoring peace. 2 territories in the north are claimed by illegitimate barons whose castle is located off the map. Bandit camps reside on either. So that's going to be where they're attacking us. Okay, let's just do the rise to prosperity. That's probably going to be more relaxing. Well, let's just do relaxing. We'll just put it on there. And we'll test and see. Maybe we can just do some quick building and see how that works. Because what is it? It's 8:23 right now. We've been at this for an hour and a half. Yeah, this is good. These shows are going to start going like 3 hours, I think. Oof. Oof. Look at that. That's exactly what Frostpunk would do. Little. Okay, it's pretty though when you get down. It's kind of nice. Let's go in. Let's go balanced and let's put everything to medium. That audio sounds horrible. Okay. So there's 30-ish frames. 30, 40. Now we are close to the ground, so it's so funny. Sometimes that can vary. You can have like a good result or a bad result from being that zoomed in. There's our rocks, construction, our roads, our army, map, health, setting. Let's see. Mining? Do we even have people? I didn't see anybody. Oh, what's our new message? Let's see. Where others see trouble, you see potential. These lands shall become rich and prosperous under your skillful management. Reach large town settlement. Okay, usually you have to build like a base. So we've got some of this. Oh, we do have some people right there. That's the people. She is unassigned. Okay, there we go. So let's see. Hitching post. Oh, the ox has a name too. That's funny. Come on, people. I need to assign you a job. Oops. Oh, it's going to go through a tutorial. Hey, come here. Can I not assign them? I can't. Okay, games feed. Got it. Yeah, you can zoom in pretty tight on this. It actually looks pretty good. And it's like 40s. I think we could probably squeeze a little bit more out of it. Okay, we should have a list of our people. Maybe up here. There we go. Living spaces, unassigned.
Summer's coming soon, and soon the beating sun.
What else do we have? There's our people. Here's our resources that we have. It's hard to see because the performance bar is above it, but okay, how do we go in? How many families this region can currently accommodate? So there's our menu. Let's just try seeing if we can drop everything to low. Turn off all the post-pro. Let's just see what happens when we turn everything down. And put it on the, basically the most performance we can get out of it. Okay. It's well in 60s. That's not bad. I mean, it doesn't look great like it did before, like it had a lot more detail, but in general, that's not too bad. Let's see, what can we construct? Anything? Stonecutter's camp. Let's put the Stonecutter's camp down here by the stone. Let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. If I put it over top of it, it's going to probably get rid of it, I would think. So let's see if these people start working. Looks like they're doing something. Let's speed them up. Yep. They're walking some way. They're going to go build for us. There we go. Yeah. Oh, that guy doesn't mess around. Okay, 60s. That's good. I mean, we had to turn a lot of stuff down. I mean, even if we zoom far out, we get pretty decent performance. So right now, I mean, the game's not really going to be optimized, but it's not running horribly. Now, get a big town, lots of stuff on the screen, that may change. Right? That's not going to be 100%. But I will get some time with it this week. I'll try to do the video earlier. I'll try to do it like Monday for the channel. But let's just see what we get this week. But right now, this is not bad. Just starting off. Feels pretty snappy. I take it we could probably build like a lumber logging camp. Let's do that. How about... Uh-oh, is that a forest fire? What is that? No. Oh, it's probably something like mead, like something that you get for alcohol there. Maybe. Let's put the logging camp like right there. Does it tell me what that was? No, clay for pottery. Gotcha. Okay. I was thinking like it's a certain type of like barley or something like that, but it was in trees. So I was like, well, why would that be? And then they're putting together this. So we probably have to assign people, I would imagine. So Stonecutter's camp. And we can assign 2 people. And then we'll assign 2 people here. Okay. And there goes those folks. And then there's folks down there. So yeah, I mean, very, very similar to some of the other ones I played. What's the one that I'm thinking of that's... The audio sounds horrible. There's another one of these types of games, you know, city builders, where you're building a town kind of in, not medieval time, but I'd guess maybe more of like a, like early settlers period, like late 1800s, something like that. And you're along rivers, things of that nature. So similar to most of these. The one thing about this one, though, is you can definitely be attacked. So you have other challenges outside of just building cities, right, in that sense. And then you buy... So this is like, what was it, Frontiers? I want to say it was like Frontiers something or other. I have it on one of these, but you would buy territory. Here you may have to take over territory, but in the other one you would buy like a new territory. Then that would open up, and then you could go and add more to your city, and you would get other newer resources or better resources or even more resources. So, you know, lots of these games exist, but Manor Lords has that component where you could be attacked. We're not playing that game mode right now, but your neighbors can just decide they don't like you, as far as I understand. There's a trade point. But yeah, overall, not bad. For at least early access performance. Let's see what it looks like on the Legion Go. Let's try to save. There we go. Right, overwrite. Yep, good. So let's get out of here now. Switch over to the Legion Go. It's going to probably sound like crap. Yeah, that crackling. And we'll try using mouse and keyboard with this as well, just to make it an equal match. And then, like I said, for the video that I do later in the week for it, it'll be with the actual controller or the touchpad, or however best it works. Okay. And being a Windows machine, we don't really have to do anything special. Let's just go ahead and hit start. And we'll see if it just fires up like it should. Now, this will be at 1080p. So, and the card is set to 1080p, so we're not having to change anything. Settings. This has everything to ultra. That audio. That is not the game. And it's not the device. It's the capture card. Let's leave it on quality. We'll do FSR quality. We'll do... I mean, it's not going to go probably much above it, but we tried it with the other one, so let's do 120 and then leave everything on ultra. Let's see what we get. Oh, and it looks like it didn't sync. No, it did. It did. Just got to load it. There we go. Okay, about what we saw with the performance of the Steam Deck. That's at 720p, so 28 frames per second with everything on ultra. I mean, it looks pretty when it's on ultra. Look at that. I mean, that's some detail. It looks really nice. What makes us zoom? Like spin around. Is it ones? No, not that. Oh, this is building roads. No, we don't need to do that. Okay, anyhow. Let's zoom out. Now, where's our people? They're over here. Yeah, I mean, the game looks really pretty when it's on Ultra. But it's running a little rough, though, so we're going to have to back it down. Hey, Recappic, how are you? Playing Death Stranding. Very nice. That's an interesting combo, Hendrix and Death Stranding. Hendrix is another fellow from out in the Pacific Northwest Seattle area. Okay, let's do this. I think his grave is out here as well. I think he was buried here. Let's drop this down to low, since we run very similar in between the two. Let's turn all this off and off, and then let's put it to performance. And let's see what this thing can kick out. Okay. Obviously, it gets to be a little ugly. I did like Death Stranding. I went through the entire game. I thought it was great. Now, I beat it before they did the big director's cut, I guess it is. You know, the big improvement kind of thing. So I never got to try that cannon that shoots you and stuff like that. Like, I didn't go back to the game, but I really enjoyed the story and all of that. That was quite creative, right? Like, that story was nutso in the end. Okay, yeah, we're zoomed in. We're maxed at 60, so I have to imagine playing on this on just the device where we don't have to deal with the crappy audio from the capture card or anything like that. I mean, this is going to be a really solid experience. Plus, you're going to be able on both of these devices to use your, your thumb pads for the mouse. That's a nice feature for these types of games. Manor Lords right now is being played on the Legion Go. So forgive the audio. I had that same issue happen I had last week where I had to reset the capture card and it caused the audio to freak out. But the Legion Go is set to 1080p. We had to turn it all the way down, but we're definitely getting 60 frames per second on an early access build, so that's not bad. We were playing it on the Steam Deck at 720p and getting the same performance on low. So both of them are playing like right in the 60 frames per second area. And it hasn't even come out of early access. Well, it just went into early access. So that's really positive for this game. I'm hoping that, Frostpunk 2 does as well when it comes out. I'm sure it will, but this is really good. Although, you lose a lot of detail when you go down to ultra or down to low compared to your ultra setting, but I mean, it looks good. And the whole idea about getting attacked and all that really seems interesting. Well, I mean, it's a city builder for sure, but it also has a component where you can be attacked. So you're kind of building your defenses and all of that at the same time you're building your, new world for your people to live in. So you have to build an army. So it's got some components of other games tied in with a city builder, tied in with, the resource management aspect and trading and all of that. So it sounds interesting. It definitely looks, as you get further into it, I haven't gotten that far into it, but it looks from the images and the videos that I've seen from like the developer that it's going to feel a lot like Frostpunk, but it's going to have the aspect of being attacked and building up an army and that and kind of waging campaigns to take territories. Because you can see here, lots of territories with different areas, more resources, stuff like that you can go and basically take over, I would imagine. Claim with influence, claim with king's favor. So they've added in some unique components to it. We don't have much influence. So we can't really do too much with the game right now. But I'm going to do one of the real, view videos where it's top down later in the week for it on both devices. So we'll see a little bit more performance. But if you want to get into it and you have one of these devices, you could definitely start playing it. And you would have a chance to be able to have a decent performance on it, for being early access. Let's just say that. So, that audio. Let's jump over to the Steam Deck and let's take a look at Halo Master Chief Collection. And then we'll do State of Decay, then we'll do Darkest Dungeon, and then we'll check out, as we end the show, Oddsparks. So let's jump into Halo, take a quick look at it. Now, Halo, obviously, is a Microsoft game. They initially didn't support it because they had some DRM, things like that they were dealing with. I think they're still dealing with it on the more online components. I've not played much of it in terms of online. I've only played like the offline campaign stuff, but it does support. So this is Steam Deck. You don't, as far as I know, have to have any special compatibility. And it has all the settings for it. So we'll try it with mouse and keyboard for a minute. I guess we could play with the anti-cheat disabled. So that would get rid of all of the, we'd be able to play online. We wouldn't have like full capabilities, full services like you do when you play on like a Windows machine, but you could still play online. Let's just do, let's just do this. We'll disable it and see what it does. I'm going to have it ask me again. How far are you in Death Stranding, Wreak Havoc? I didn't get a chance to ask you that. I started it on to something else. I wanted to find out. I was curious. That game, there's some interesting components to it, right? Like everybody knows, and I'm talking to the general audience here. Like if you've never played Death Stranding, it's a unique story. It's a wild universe that it sits in, and it looks beautiful. So depending upon what level you're playing at, like with what type of machine, you've got like some of the best looking graphics in games is in there. Looks really good. It's got a lot of unique components to like your gear and equipment. It wears out. You get a lot of different gear. You get different vehicles you can take. Everything has got this basically amount of like damage it can take. And you're climbing like mountains and stuff like that. It's all really cool. Oh, you're doing all the major yeah, you're doing what I did. I went through and like maxed out all the relationships with the different people and the different, areas you can deliver to. It does. It looks a hell of a lot better on the deck than it does on the iPhone. I'll tell you that. I think the iPhone's interesting. I've done that video on here and I have it, but it only runs at like 20 frames per second, 30 at best. It's not really a good experience. It looks okay, but they do a lot of fog and like obfuscating the draw distance and stuff like that because the iPhone just can't handle it like the Steam Deck. So yeah, if you want to play it portable, definitely Steam Deck's the way to go. Oh, you're kidding me. I got to sign in. I'm already signed in. I played this game over and over again. Let's just see what it does here. I'm really shocked that I'd have to sign in again. I thought for sure I'd already done this. Nope. Look at that. All right. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to... Oh, God, that sucks. I'm going to sign in really quick, like... How can I do that the easiest way? I need to do it this way. I need to pull that. I've played this thing on here multiple times, but I guess because I had to install it just today or yesterday, that it's making me... It's not even taking my keyboard here. So many passwords. Yeah, you're telling me, man. And there's, just the launchers. We were talking earlier before you showed up. I mean, it's nice now that Fallout 4 at least got rid of that launcher, right? Like you don't have to... Why are you not working with my keyboard? Is it not plugged in? It's plugged in. I don't know what it's doing. All right, give me a sec. I gotta do it manually then. But yeah, the or if it's even gonna let me sign in at all. It's not even bringing up the keyboard when it should. Okay. And Microsoft does have one good thing going for them. They've implemented that quick sign in with your mobile phone. So all I have to do is type in the email, and then it's just going to say like, hey, you're trying to sign into a device, grab your phone and like click on the number or whatever it's going to be. Which is at least better, but you know, these launchers, they're just ridiculous. They just make everything so much more difficult. I mean, people shouldn't have to do this much effort to get into like a game they've owned for years. Cordell Mark, how are you? Welcome. Is it Cordell? Cordell Mark, sorry. I think I said Cordell. Cordell. Or what did I say, Cordell? I said something weird, and it wasn't right. Cordell. Oh, are you not signing in? See, this is ridiculous. I know it signs in. I've played the thing on here before, but it's not like accepting it. You've been following for a long time. Oh, very cool. Thank you. I know I've been on Twitch longer than I have on YouTube. Let's try this one more time. I really just started going back and at least streaming on Twitch. I don't put any other content over there. Because I don't think it's relevant to like take the same YouTube videos and move them right over there. That would seem really weird. Okay, let's try it one more time. Oh, Major Big Oh yeah, man. How have you been? Have you been on Twitch solely ever since we used to chit chat on there when I was doing all the different streams on treadmills and things like that? I used to, for anybody that's new, that didn't, come over from Twitch a long time ago. I used to actually like stream Destiny battles and like boss battles and raids and stuff like that while walking on a treadmill. That's how I kind of got started. You remember all that for sure. Yeah, that's funny. What have you been up to these days? It's good to hear from you, man. So it's good to see people that I haven't talked to in a while, too. It's always nice. I've gotten a little grayer, I know that. That all happened during the pandemic. Like, I had a full, like, brown beard and hair and all that, and, like, right during the pandemic for, like, a month. Or, like, it seemed like a month, like a year. Like, everything just went gray. Okay, let's see if this was working now. Oh my God, that audio. That's horrible. That is so bad. You bought your own house. Well, that's the first thing. Become a homeowner and build that, what do they call it? The family fortune? Something like that. I'm waiting to see if this thing's going to, like, fix itself. It's doing some, like, skipping around. I'm kind of thinking, like, let's try resetting the game. Yeah, I'm glad to be on, man. I'm so glad to be around. How's that sound? No, thank you. I appreciate you swinging in. We are trying to get these things working right tonight, but man, this audio stuff is killing me. I've got to do something about this. I thought I had it figured out. Okay, now the card's doing something really weird because I see it flickering. And I'm wondering why it's doing that. Is it doing that on the old? Sorry, I know that is a horrible sound. There's just not really anything that I can do to like reset this. Like it's just gonna, if I reset the card again, I think it's just gonna do the exact same thing again. I don't think I can get rid of that tonight. Let me just see. Follow each. Oh, thanks, man. Let me see. Let me just try deactivating both cards. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. See, it clears up when I get rid of the one. I think that's what it is. I think it's two. I think it's having two of the same cards causing the issue. I'm going to deactivate both of them. And then we're going to try and see if we can bring it back up. Okay, both are deactivated. Let's go back to this. See, it's nice and clear. No crackling audio or anything like that. It's so weird. So weird. But now where the hell do cards go? Now I lost them. I need to go in and adjust something on the sources. So hold tight. Hopefully this kind of fixes it. That's the wrong one. This would be it. Layout. I need to swap something in here. I need the source selector. That's what I need. And then I can go in and select the card. Okay, so Legion Go. Legion Go. And then let's activate it again. See if this works. I don't know if it will or not. I have no idea. And I'm even in some weird thing right now that's not working at all. Let's do this. Let's go. I don't need stream preview. What I need is source selector and scene selector. Save. Let's go down here and then let's see if I can get back in. Sorry. That's why I think I need, like, I may not need a new card necessarily or two new cards. I may need, God, I hope that the stream didn't go all the way down. I can't tell. Like, it just looks really strange to me right now. I think it's still, I think maybe that's why. There we go. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's test this. Which one are we on? Okay, that's crystal clear. That's the Legion Go right now. Still clear. Let's try bringing the Steam Deck back online. This could be the way to fix it. I didn't know. I mean, I don't know if it'll work or not. Okay, there's the Steam Deck. Sounds good. Okay, well, maybe we figured out how to fix it now. Maybe that's what it is. You just need to deactivate both cards and then bring them back up together. Okay, good. Let's go back to the Steam Deck and let's try launching Halo again. I think we fixed the issue. I'm hopeful. So let's go back in. Hopefully it'll remember the login and then we can give it a try. Again, apologies for the bouncing around, having to redo the whole thing because I thought the graphics card fried. Really kind of threw me off this week, especially this was my last week at the job that I was doing too. So I obviously had to do work for them and get stuff that they needed for me to be able to give them before I left. So it was a little bit of a hectic week. And then getting clients for the company that I started. That was a little bit. Oh, you just got affiliate. That's awesome, Gordo. I'll go over and check it out. I'll follow you over. I haven't checked out your channel. Congratulations. Okay, let's see. Now it's looking better. All right, so let's first start. We're not going to get too much in here, but I like Halo Reach. So these are all the ones that you get with it. So this game's on sale for $9.99, just so everybody knows. If you want to buy it, go get it now because this is the time to do it. Yeah, no, of course, man. I'll definitely check it out. $9.99, Microsoft's got it on sale. Now, I'm not sure if it comes with Reach. They do something weird where it's like you get Halo CE, you get Halo 2 Anniversary, you get Halo 3, You get Halo 4, you get the online games, but then there's this weird thing about like Halo 3 ODST and Halo Reach, which I think they make you pay for. But I got it free somehow. I don't know how it worked out. And this was before I started, streaming as much as streaming and playing as much as I do on these devices and having developers reach out to me. So I don't know how I got those two, but anyhow, I did. Maybe it was pre-ordering. I don't know. It is available on Game Pass. Yes. Yep. If you've got, Game Pass, you can play Halo for free. Halo Master Chief Edition. Yep. But if you don't, the next best thing is probably the Steam sale right now. It's like $10. And you can, with like the Legion Go, you can play Xbox Game Pass, PC Game Pass on there. And then you can do the same thing, but it has to be through a browser on the Steam Deck. It's a really weird scenario. It's streaming, where the other one is you can download. So let's just jump into Reach. This is the Steam Deck. And it's it's 720p, just what we've been playing on. So I have a mouse and keyboard connected to it, but I'm probably just going to go ahead and grab the controllers. There we go. And it's smooth. I mean, 60 frames per second for Reach. This would probably, in my mind, be the...
It's the Covenant. We know, Corporal.
I know Halo 4 probably does a really good job for it as well, but like Halo Reach looks really good, and it's a really good game. Oh, I love Papers, Please. I'd still play it today. I don't know if anybody'd watch it. That was one of my favorite indie games at the time. Oh my god, so much of that game. There's been a couple different versions of games that have come out to kind of do the same thing, but nothing has done it as well as Papers, Please. Yeah, look at this. This is super smooth. I mean, it's an older game too, but it looks really, really good. Do I have a grenade? I think I do. Don't I? There we go. Yeah, this thing's locked in at 60. It's not dropping. I mean, for $10 for these 5 games, you really can't go wrong. Or free on Game Pass, like we were saying. I mean, these are just so good. Just like a period of like, and not that there aren't great games now. I mean, obviously there's great shooters today, but for the period that these came out, they were really advanced. Microsoft was just doing everything right with these. Yeah, but this is not, it's not moving at all. Looks really good. Stream looks a bit fuzzy, not sure why that is. It is only broadcasting at 720p. The reason is, Cordell, is because I moved from where I used to live. So now I live in the middle of the mountains and I use Starlink. So Starlink could probably be part of the issue here if it's getting a little fuzzy. It's hard to say. Let's jump out of this one and let's take a look at like Halo 4. Just as while we're here. And then we'll jump over to the Legion Go and see how it looks. Because I don't want to beleaguer the point that this works. Let's just say that. Yeah, it's why, because ended up just Seattle kind of got a little busy, man. Like we were lucky. Like but right before the pandemic, we had bought the house out here and moved out, and then the pandemic happened, and like we live out in the middle of nowhere. Like there's barely anybody around us. So yeah, it was just crazy timing. So that's CE, these aren't installed. You have to install them, that's why. So we won't look at any of the other ones, but given that Reach is playing at 60 frames per second, no problem on this device, I don't have any concerns with Halo 4 or ODST or even the older ones. But I will I will do a video on this because I don't think I've done it for the Steam Deck Oled as well. I know I've done it for the original Steam Deck, which I think it ran a little rough at that point because they hadn't really planned it out too well. They hadn't made everything work. But now they've gotten like the ability to kill off the anti-cheat. Although you get some limited like capabilities online, you can still play online, but it just kind of like silos you into one area. So everybody's kind of playing each other that doesn't have the anti-cheat. So let's jump over and take a look at the I forgot you have to download each one though. That's a shame. At the Legion Go. Kind of hoping that the Legion Go even has something downloaded. I think it would have to. I'd hope it would have to. All right, let's get out of here. Halo, Prince of Persia were iconic on the OG. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure, Reek. I mean, that's the days of, like, their heyday kind of thing, right? Like, when Ubisoft was doing Splinter Cell, like Pandora Tomorrow. Well, that actually was on the original one. I guess it was, like, Chaos Theory and a couple others. I can't remember, like, the one where you're kind of after the president even. Okay, let's jump over to the Legion Go. Let's just go ahead and... Now, this one we don't have to worry about disabling anything, so let's just fire it up on the regular one. Yeah, that's... I would imagine, yeah, that's when I was streaming like every night, like 3-4 hours a night, something like that. You remember. It's 9 or 10 years ago. How often do you stream, Cordell? Are you doing like the full on? Should you buy 76? I would try to get it for free. It was being given away. If you have Prime membership, Wreak Havoc, you can probably get it for free still over on Twitch. They were giving it away. So if you just went over there, I think you could redeem it and get it for free. Now, I don't know. How would you play that? You could then... I think what you'd have to do is you could play it on your Steam Deck. You'd just have to like set it up as like... How the hell would you do that? Let me think about that. I believe you could probably just... I don't want to say this for a fact. I was wondering if you could just install it to the Steam Deck by downloading it through a browser from Amazon. Because I'm thinking it's the Amazon version, or the Bethesda version. So that might give you like a different type of launcher to get through, but you could just like go in and point Steam to it as like a, what do they call that? As like a non-library game, non-Steam library game. And at that point, launch it from your Steam Deck. How much is it on? How much is it to buy? I thought it was free now. I thought it was a free-to-play game. It's a great game. I mean, it's gotten way better. I know that, but I wouldn't pay for it. I'm pretty sure you can play it for free. I know that they've got those things where you can buy stuff. You can't play online with Counter-Strike. I'll have to take a look. I'll take a look and let you know. I'll mess around with it tomorrow and see if I can get it to run. See if mine works. I don't know why that wouldn't work. Pretty sure Counter-Strike was one of the ones that was verified at one point. Yeah, because of that Prime show, it was on sale. Is it not on sale anymore? I thought it was going free to play. Oh, look at this. Fantastic. Another one of these. So we got to do this thing again. It doesn't carry over. Okay, give me 1 sec. 1 sec while we do the login. It doesn't take super long because I have a keyboard here connected to it, so. But it's still a pain. And it's not really necessary. Okay, and then where's my phone? There we go. It's pretty quick, like I said. but it's not necessary. Yeah, definitely do that. I don't know why it would stop working. They really, I mean, I wouldn't think they were messing with it at all. There we go. Now it's logging in. Now, hopefully this doesn't cause a problem. Unplugging and plugging back in. There we go. Hopefully it loads. Yeah, like I thought for sure that the I can take a look really fast. I thought for sure 76 was going free to play for everybody. Oh, it's not plugged in. Sign an error occurred. Why? Oh, it is $39, but does that include like the latest version and all that? I'm just going to take a look at it. Because they had that Atlantic City DLC. That was something they were charging for. I do know that. So you get the deluxe edition. No, I guess it is $39. I thought it was going free to play. Huh. I'm quite certain that if you hold out a little bit longer, it'll go back on sale. Specifically here coming up in early June, mid-June, when they do the summer sale. I can't imagine they would do it. But I mean, it plays great. I think it plays just fine on these devices. It's kind of ridiculous that you got to pay for it. Okay, let's see. What's the trouble here now? What is this thing's issue? Let's try retrying it. Maybe it was plugging it back in because I have these like on Ethernet. So maybe it was like, oh, it was switching over and it was like on Wi-Fi, and then when I plugged it in, it like switched over to a network connection through Ethernet. Could have caused a problem. I always thought Ethernet connections were like hot swappable, so. But I know that on Twitch Prime, I'm pretty sure it's still free to get that game. If you're a Twitch Prime member, or like a Prime, Amazon Prime member, you can get it. But I don't know. Yeah, the show was really good. I liked it. I think they did a really good job. I think that it just showcased like what the Fallout world can look like in reality, right? Okay, Reddit's saying Fallout 76 will not be free to play. That's a shame. I think they should have just took it the way they did with... I mean, they didn't do that with Elder Scrolls either, but like Elder Scrolls Online, I mean, during their sales, you can buy like the last 5, except for the most recent like expansion, for like $10. It's like one of those things where it might as well be Game Pass. Yeah, Cordell's right. You can just go over and play it on Game Pass for free. So you have to, it doesn't, so that's the bad part about it. That's what I was saying. Like, it doesn't work with Steam at all because Amazon hates Steam. Yeah, I get it. I'm the same way. I do only game on Steam as well. But I'm wondering if, so Amazon hates Steam because Steam, well, they don't hate them, but Amazon won't produce Steam codes any longer because they don't want to like help Steam to get any bigger, because Amazon wants to be Steam for video games, right? So what they do with Twitch is they like run it through either like Bethesda or through EA Access or through GOG, goodoldgames.com, or through like Ubisoft's, you know, whatever it's called today, UbiCore or something like that. So they run it through those things. They give you the codes, you go redeem them there. for Fallout 76, I think what you could potentially do is redeem it, then download the build onto your Steam Deck over a browser. Then you can basically hook up any game into Steam to launch through Steam to use like the controller and all that stuff. So then you'd be able to launch it from within Steam, and then you should have the same experience as you do on the Steam version. Now, I could be completely off with that. I've never tested it, but I'm thinking like that would work because it's the same build. I mean, yeah, it's got a little bit of a tweak for wherever they distribute it. It's going to have like a launcher or specifically something like that, but 76 has, you know, their stuff, and I don't think they change it. I'll have to test it. Don't worry about it like right now, but that's another thing I'll test. Like if it works, that would be the way to go, because I saw it yesterday, I think it was. I was on Twitch doing something, and I saw it for free on there still, if you're a member. Yeah, we're locked up or something. I don't know what's going on. Let me get us out of here. We'll try logging back in. We've definitely burned some time on this game because of this login issue. I guess I'm going to try it without. I don't know why that would make a difference on the Windows build, but I'll try it without the anti-cheat, see what we get. Well, actually, it may have locked up the whole device. No? It hasn't locked it up yet. Okay, there we go. It was just stuck. Okay, let's try it one more time. So, but when we launch it, let's do it with the anti-cheat disabled. Let's see if we have better luck. It's weird why this thing does the anti-cheat issue. I don't know. If it's just going to log in or if it was just something weird. So the sign-in thing. Give me a break with the sign-in thing. Okay, this time I'm going to try to sign in, but I'm not going to try to plug it in until after we get through the login process. I would not have thought there would be this many issues with the Windows machine. Okay, where's my phone? Okay. Now it's trying to log in, and I'm not going to plug it in. We're just going to let it try to log in over Wi-Fi. Okay, it looks like it logged in that time. So that must have been it. Like when I plugged in the desktop, what do you call it? The dock. When I plugged that in, that's where it threw it off, I think. Because it was trying to log in over like Wi-Fi, then it saw the Ethernet connection, and it just got confused, or Starlink did something. Okay. There we go. So let's just try a mouse and keyboard since I got it here. I'm curious how well it plays. What do we have? Watch, there's going to be nothing downloaded. Resume. Please. Maybe. All right, so this is 1080p.
Noble leader, be advised. I have visual on inbound Covenant dropships.
Yeah.
Evac transport. Keep
It's exactly what I thought. Like it wasn't going to have any issues.
Hold position. Clear an LZ. Spartans.
Yeah.
Corporal Travis, sir. 3 Charlie.
Plays fine.
It's the Covenant. We know, Corporal.
Let's get you out of here.
Let's just see what's over this way. Nothing. All right. Well, we got to head this way where the enemies are. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I mean, it says 59. I don't know why it does that every once in a while, but like, I wanted that truck. Can we drive it? Nope. The ostrich is just running around. Yeah. This is rock solid. And this is 1080p too. We got a little bit of a batch of enemies. Where's our guys at? Oh, something blew up. Those ostriches just going by. Now, I don't think any of the other games have downloaded on this either. This is probably going to be the only one because I guess because I was playing it before. That's why I downloaded this one. Let's see if I can get a grenade on that guy. Oh, I missed him. There we go. Yeah. I don't think you'd have to worry.
Transport.
Looks nice and smooth.
Move in for evac.
Let's see if there is another game downloaded on this one. I think it only downloaded the last game you were... It only downloads the last game you were playing. Or preloads the last game you were playing. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yes. Yeah. See where it's trying to... It's like, oh, no, you got to download this game and this game. So the only one that has downloaded in there is Reach. But you have multiplayer and everything. I think it's going to run fine. It was pretty smooth. So, okay. Let's jump out of this one, since we've spent so much time on the Halo games. A lot longer than I'd planned. And let's jump over to the Steam Deck again. And we need to take a look at two more. State of Decay. Definitely want to look at that one. So this is State of Decay 2, the Juggernaut Edition. I believe this one's $14.99 right now on Steam. And we'll take just a quick glance at this as well. Again, there's no reason to spend too much time on it. I'm pretty sure both... Well, I think State of Decay 2 is playable. I don't believe it is verified. So that might be the one issue with this one, is it's not fully one. This one is fun. I like these, Cordell. Yeah. I like the original one, but I like 2 better. I think it's just a better game. Has quality of life improvements, stuff like that. Please don't make me log in again. Because if it should be like, hey, you've already logged into one Microsoft game, so we're just going to share that across every Microsoft game that you ever download in the future. But I had done that before, so it may make me log in again. Okay, let's see. What is this? Oh, come on. Give me a break. I just logged into it. It knows that I have a login for Halo. Why isn't it looking for it? All right, give me 1 sec. It should just see it. It should be like, oh yeah, this guy's already got like one game on the machine today, so is that right? Yeah. There we go. Like I said, it's not too much of a pain. The only pain it is when you're doing the live stream. It's like taking us away from seeing things like quickly. All right, it's saying let's go. So I think we're good. Gotta love technology. Exactly. Gotta love technology. Okay, hopefully we're good to go. Now we're going to have to do the exact same thing for the Legion Go, so just know that that's coming. All right. Let's see. Settings. I don't know if it's going to pull down my save game or not. We'll see. Let's get rid of our motion blur. Let's go advanced. So we've got everything on high. I don't think they have FSR support, so we don't have to worry about that. Did I get all that? Yep. Off. Apply. So it's 720p. Okay. Let's see. Continue. See where that puts us. What is motion blur? So it's like whenever you're spinning really fast, it like kind of blurs everything. So it looks a little cleaner, right? It doesn't look so fake. It looks kind of more like you're moving at a smooth pace rather than just you whip around kind of thing and you're looking in a different direction. A lot of people don't like playing with it on. It doesn't really, like, it's not a resource hog or anything like that. It's not taking away performance from a machine. It's just some people don't like it. I'm one of them. I don't like motion blur. I'd rather not play with it. It makes this stuff though, like where it looks like jerky with the mouse. It would take that away. Let's see if we can show it here. It would take it away somewhat, right? So let's just do motion blur on high. And right. Did it take it? High. Apply. There we go. Yeah, see how things blur a little bit when you're spinning around? Like the background, like not the person necessarily. I think they do as well, but like everything's like it like blurs a little bit when you're spinning in circles. If you don't have that on, it's like just there's no blur to it. It's just really like crystal clear. And some people are like, I don't like it. It's not as good. It's just preference, right? It's really all it is. So I think it should be off now. You see, like there's no blur at all. It's just like the pine trees look exactly the same spinning by them. They're not like blurring effects on them. I always turn it off though. I don't know if it helps with like motion sickness. I often wondered that. Maybe it helps there. You know, like in VR, how they can help you not get sick playing a VR game if like they put that tunnel vision on, so like it gets dark around the edges. I don't know if that's a similar thing in like games where like motion blur helps some people, or if it's just for, you know, looks. It doesn't have performance improvements or impact that really as far as I know. Let's drop this down. Let's drop this down to low across the board, and let's just see what we get. Okay, now we're into the 80s, 90s on low. We could probably go to medium, maybe be around the 50, 60 range. Let's jump in our truck and see what it does. This thing doesn't look too good, but hopefully it'll drive. Oh, I suck at using keyboards anymore. No, it has controller support. We could be playing with controller, it'd be no problem, but... Ooh, I didn't see that car. Oh, man. This thing drives wicked. Okay, with the keyboard. All right. There we go. Get a straight line.
Hey, everyone. Come see the shiny new...
Okay.
The air feels thick.
So 70s still. Yeah, this thing's playing great. Oops. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Yeah. Oh, that pole. Not the best driver. Let's see if we can go into a building. Oops. Oh, maybe here. They're probably going to come after me. Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, it's like one of the fast ones. Okay, hit him with the tire iron. Damn it. Oh, give me a break. He's tough. Come on. Oh, my God. He's a lot. Oh, they're all stronger at night. Isn't that the thing? I think that's what it was. I think they get stronger at night. Okay. I just wanted to look in a building, see what it's like. Do we have a flashlight? I think so. Yep. Yeah. I mean, hundreds. You're well into it, like on the low settings. Let's try bumping it up to medium. Let's see. There we go. Let's see what we get with that. 70s in here. So it was like 90s to 100. Now we're at 70s to 80s on medium. Oh, that's right. You die permanently. That's true. I think it's just a character I had toyed around with for videos. So there's 60s.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, overall, it's not bad performance at all. You could probably even go to high. Oh, there's a zombie there. But yeah, we shouldn't die yet because we need this character to look at our... There we go. We need this character to look at our Legion Go. So let's see if we can't... I forget how you save in this one. Let's just close that. And can we just save right here? Well, it's okay. We can start from our other one. So, obviously, not shabby. Let's jump over to the Legion Go because we got to log in there. So there's that, and oops. Where do we go? Yeah, we're on Legion Go right now. Oh, that's why. Got to switch over the keyboard and the mouse. Okay. And let's get ready to log into this one. Unless Windows is going to be a little bit smarter and like actually just keep that and just roll it over. That would be nice. Oh, it's running at 2,666 frames per second. That's amazing. Now this is at 1080p, a little bit higher. But as we've said before, the Legion Go has a little bit more of a performance ceiling that it can go above. Let's just do that. Are we going to have to log in? Probably. I have to believe. Yeah. It's not going to carry it through. No. So give me 1 sec. Let me do that really quick. I'll have to remember this. We'll never do Microsoft games again. But I guess that's kind of... I did learn something this week, though. I learned that we don't have to, like, deal with that audio issue. We can just go ahead and unplug both or deactivate both graphics card or capture cards, and then it works itself out when you turn them back on, which is amazing. Let's see. Uh-oh. Ran into an issue. Okay. Well, it logged in. I don't know what the issue was. It didn't really explain it. And we should be good. There we go. This is the Legion Go. Let's go ahead and take a look at settings first. So we should be kind of in the same area. Yeah. Everything's off. What's our... And we're on high. So let's see what... well, actually... Yeah, let's try high on the Legion Go. Let's see what it'll do here. Okay, good. Kept our area. So we're in the 50s right now on high. Little jittery or jerky.
Now that we can catch our breath, we should figure out how we're gonna
Let's get in here.
Best way to do that is to...
I mean, it's still running close to 60 frames per second, especially in here. It was running 50 when we were outside.
I saw a screamer on our way in. Those freaks always gather more zombies. We should start there.
Let's see. We'll get in the Jeep. We'll drive a little bit or whatever it is.
If only I had room for it.
Oh, we're full, so we don't need that. Okay, let's get out of here. Jump in the vehicle. I guess we could take the taxi as well. Yeah, let's do that. It's in better condition. Oh, wow. You got to turn the light. I forgot you had to turn the lights on the cars. Kind of like your flashlight. Yeah, not the greatest there. Let's see this. Let's just put it down to medium. Just to give it a little bit of like breathing room. Now this should leave it pretty much at 60 frames per second. Am I able to get in the building before they kill me?
Looks quiet for now.
Oh no! I wasn't able to. Oh no. Tire to the face. Oh, they're all over me. Can I get in the truck? That'd be funny. I don't know if you can or not. Nope. He's got me. Yeah, they're definitely stronger in the evenings. Okay, we'll get back here. Oh! Those telephone poles. Almost got out. There we go. Got rid of them. Whoops. Oh, trailer park. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to see like a little bit of like the inside performance. I was kind of hoping we could go in one of these. Nope, we can't. There's another vehicle. Truck. Oh, you can't take it. I shouldn't be greedy. There we go. See if we can go back to that building. Oh, there's a building up here. I do like the fact that pretty much you can go in every building that you wanted, and that was always the cool thing within like the original one. There we go. Yeah, I mean, pretty much medium is the way to go on both systems. Right? No major issues. So I think we can probably say good here. Now I'm going to do, again, 2 videos because I never did the videos, the real view videos for these games either.
More for that to go.
So I need to do that this week. But I've got plenty of time and I've got the ability to do it now. So we're going to get 2 videos out a day along with the poll. And that'll be probably our 3 things we do each day here on YouTube. I might do more streaming. We'll see. You know, I've got at least some ideas right now, but it's got to be useful for everybody is how I look at it. Entertaining at least. So, uh-oh, he's coming in. There we go. Yeah, I think you'd be fine, especially on the device playing this. The screen would look good on both of them. Stream more? Yeah, I might do that. Yeah, I've been really enjoying it again. I used to do it every night years ago. Yeah, Cordell, I will go over and check yours out after the show and definitely give you a follow. Appreciate it, man. It's good seeing you again. But yeah, nothing stuff. I enjoyed streaming. I really did. I just I did it for a long time when my family would go to sleep, and now, like, you know, my kid's 20. I don't have to worry about pretty much them. They're usually up well after I am, so they're always doing their own thing, going to college. So, and my wife goes to sleep the kind of normal way. So I could definitely do it in the evenings, and since I'm working from my house the way I want, I could probably do it every specific times throughout the day. I could pick some kind of time. Yeah, take care, Cordell. Thanks again, man. It's good seeing you. But yeah, I could definitely pick up some more streaming, but I want to make sure it's like something entertaining and something useful and enjoyable, right? Like, I got to figure that out. Yeah, I mean, this game's running fine, so let's just call it good on this. Let's take a look at Darkest Dungeon. And I think, again, this one was $14.99 on Steam, so you can pick it up pretty cheap now if you were interested in checking it out. And like I said, it's running pretty solid. So let's get over to the Steam Deck. Darkest Dungeon 2. Let me mark my 5th game for the timestamp. Timestamps are going to be all over the place. I actually might go in and like do a lot of like editing to cut out like the parts where we were waiting for the audio stuff to get fixed and like the logins and stuff like that. I hate to cut things out of streams, but like that's just really like, I guess if the timestamps are there, it doesn't really matter. I'd rather put on a more professional show, but I know what it's like to run into real-time issues constantly like I've been doing. All right. Darkest Dungeon. I haven't played this since it launched. Let's flip over. We'll do mouse and keyboard again, but again, all of these work with the controller just fine. So, yep, analytics are fine. Everything's good. Making the most of a bad situation. I love the announcer, like his voice. I actually, if you've ever been fortunate to live in Seattle or be around here in the summers, at the end of summer, they always have like PAX West, which is, you know, it was a cool show. Like, it's a little bit different now, but like it was a cool show. And before PAX West would happen, they had PAX Dev would happen, like in Seattle. It was usually the day before or 2 days before PAX West would happen. And like all the developers would roll into town and they would sit there and talk about their games and just kind of like what it took to take an indie project to market and like all the headaches and everything. And these guys really went through and broke it down, like choosing this actor, this voice actor that did the like introduction. He had a major component in the success of this game. And you don't normally hear that all that often. But like his voice is so unique. They knew what they had from the original one. They had to bring it back. But it was fascinating hearing the kind of discussion about like just this voice actor to this game franchise. We should be able to hear a little bit of it here. He's got this deep, like rolling voice.
Ruin
There he is.
Found you at last. My protege. My friend. Our calculations were correct. The ephemeral equation is unbalanced. The Earth spins on a strange and terrifying new axis. And everywhere, unbridled consequence. The world is a wasteland of failures past. And yet, you must ride out into it, unafraid. Take this. It is hope, the very last of it. It is yours now. You were bold once. Be bold once more. Free yourself from this suffocating stillness.
Yeah, he sounds really good.
Fix your gaze on the horizon and face the fearsome truth.
Okay, we're gonna skip past it. I mean, they talked about like during that conference during their session, they talked about like him being like such an influence on the game, like as he speaks through it.
In the murky gloaming.
All right, let's see. So this one where you used to just have a town, now you have this like little cart that you drive. I mean, you don't really drive it all that much, but
I know failure well. I glimpsed
it's more to go through the stories.
Edges of your mind. I watched its venom spread through the veins of the world, and I trembled at its terrible reverberations.
And I think you stop in certain areas.
Yeah. Who will step forward into the light?
Okay, let's go there. And then it goes to kind of like the traditional style of the way it works. So the stage shows, oh, it's just telling you like, this is how it works. This is the party. These are our heroes. Yep. Am I sitting over top of something? Yeah. Change path, roll hero. Let's do that. Audrey, we'll just re-roll everything. And then this guy. Okay, cool. So... Wander Heroes Path. Okay. We should be good to go. Party loadouts. There we go. Because you can have many different things. You actually, like, if I remember correctly, like one of the big things about the game was like losing your sanity in the dungeon.
Onward.
Of the original one. I think the same thing carries over here. Yeah, there we go.
Denial is giving way.
So then you only get so much you can attack from, but you can see, I mean, obviously I don't even know if there's really all that much that we can change. Graphics wise, yeah, not much. We're on the highest settings, max FPS, 720. So yeah, I mean, this is really the game. You know, it's more of this kind of side scroll or side view, as I would call it, like card battle type mechanics. All right, so who do we have here? We got him, and we can attack this guy, like deck builder, in a way. Should take him out. And then there's like this death blow sequence of like this guy can be healed or whatever, then he'll survive, but I can probably take him out with, maybe not. Maybe I don't have enough. Let's see. Almost. I could have killed him completely, but he's not going to be brought back, so. But they changed position. As you can see, like when he did his charge, he moved from the back to the front, so that's a special thing that you can do. We're still in the tutorial, so now it's her turn. She has ranged. They can drop, you know, buffs and debuffs on them. Let's see. He can poison.
A simple variable.
Okay. Both of them are taken down.
Easily resolved.
Not a hard battle. Take all.
Are you shaken? There is so much worse in store.
There's nothing that we have to worry about with this. 58, 60, even when we're driving like the 3D car carriage, which is not the majority of the game. Like, it's just to get you from one spot to the next. I think you're going to be just fine. Let's see. Help us. Let's see. Oh, and then you have this indicator that moves either left or right. Decay, how are you? Welcome, honey. How are you? How's things in Cleveland? How's the kitchen? Is everything done with the house? Okay, there we go. I don't know which way we went. Maybe we took it for ourselves. It was hot today. Hot in the city. Kitchen is done. Sweet. No more of that. How is everything?
You can feel it. A change in the air.
Okay, I think we can jump out of here because we're seeing pretty much. We can jump over to the Legion Go and take a look at it on there. Obviously, estimates are going to be that it's going to work just fine. So I don't think there's any concern that that game runs great on there. But let's just take a look at it really fast. Are you getting the, well, I guess your sister wouldn't have her pool ready yet. It's a little early, like April, right? I wouldn't think it would be time to go swimming for you guys. Probably a little cold, even though it was hot today. Oh, no wonder. I've got it on the wrong thing. There we go. It's like nothing's working. Oh, let's go to up here. And where is Darkest Dungeon? Should be there. Did I go past it? Nope, I did. And yeah, nothing. I mean, it's the Windows machine. There's not going to be anything to change. Red Hook. All right, we don't have to see the amazing intro. We'll just jump right past that. Yeah, it is super fun. Did you ever play the second one, or did you play the? I know you and I played the first one. Like we were kind of all playing at the same time.
You can feel it.
The second one's kind of interesting. It's just a little different. It's kind of like almost like Borderlands 2 to Borderlands 1, right? Like there's different characters, but and there's some different things that they've added, but a lot of it's the same.
Even your valley is not immune to the spreading stain.
All right, so we'll do a battle here. This is 1080p. That's the only difference between the two right now. Let's take the big guy. The great thing about this game, the one thing I always enjoyed was when we would do it for streams and every viewer had, like, you could change the name of all these characters. So, like, every viewer would be, like, within, I don't know, we'd do, like, 30 characters, probably a stream. And, like, every viewer got a chance to be in the characters that would run through. I always enjoyed that. I thought that was fun. There we go. What are you playing these days, Dakota? Let's see. Wicked Slice. We'll try to take this guy down. Oh, so close. he died on his own because he was bleeding. So I didn't have to do anything. Arc, you're still doing Arc. I tried Arc on the Steam Deck and on the Legion Go. Neither one would run it. It was like 10 frames, 15 frames per second. It's a little too much. Oh, House Flipper. Oh, yeah. That's like one of your favorites, right? I like House Flipper. House Flipper 2. I think they're great games. Those simulation games. What was the new sim that I ran into? Oh, there was this boat sim that the developer gave me a key for. It's called Ships at Sea or something like that. It looked interesting. And then they revoked the key like within an hour or two. I don't know what happened. I couldn't even download. So what I think happened is they gave the wrong keys out. And the keys wouldn't work for the download because they were like keys for like the real version, not the beta version. And I think what they're going to do on Monday is maybe give the key, because I was going to show it here tonight, but it didn't work out.
Fiend's strength dwindles.
Yeah, Unreal 5 can be a little bit of a tough engine to run on these. Some make it work, but it depends on the game type. Arc is a pretty big, like, as we all well know, like Arc took a lot to get that thing like going. Arc was just a big game regardless, with the damn dinosaurs and getting those things trapped and then training them, and then they'd run off because somebody'd leave the gate open. And then taking the boats up to the Arctic. I don't know if you remember that. I remember that all the time. Like, we'd be on those boats and we'd like go way up north because we had to get like seal skins or seal oil or something to make something. And God, you'd be freezing your character. You'd have to build a fire in the boat. It was so ridiculous. Such a fun game.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
Actually, can we use this one? The Scorchers. Yeah.
Even the greatest.
I remember the island. Yeah, that's the one that we played a lot on. There we go. Yeah, this game's running fine. No issues here. So we can call this one good. And we'll just do this last battle here. Death blow. We're done. But yeah, this is a great like portable game. Lots of hours can be plugged into this. I probably put like 50 or 60 hours maybe, something like that into the original one. And then I played this one a little bit, maybe about 5 hours, 3 hours, something like that when I first got it. But I was getting like so many games thrown at me to kind of do this for this channel. 4 hours, I guess, is what I played on it. Okay, so let's take a look at our last game while we get ready to close down here. This is one the developer sent over, and it just came out on the 24th, and it's Handy Games. I thought they had a sale on it. Yeah, like 10% off, not massive, but like $17.99. So this is one of those ones that's a kind of like an automation type game. Like you go in and you create like bases, and then you're building things, and you have like automated lanes, and they're moving stuff around from one machine to another machine to build something. One of the, I can't remember the bigger game that did this. Automatron? No, that's like Fallout 4. I can't remember. But anyhow, these, you know, they're popular in their own sense, but this one is just coming out. It's more of an adventure game. So let's take a look at that. All right, there we go. So let's do this. Press any key. Let's jump in and take a look. It's early access right now, but they've done some good many updates. So yeah, you can kind of see like you've got your lane for your little tree people to carry logs over here to this machine that creates something. That's the kind of game we're taking a look at. But I'll be doing a little bit more of an in-depth real view video. I just wanted to show it like I always do at the end of the stream while we're saying goodbye and all that stuff for the night. And cover any of that. So we'll just have this kind of run in the background. We'll try it with Epic. Now we're on the Legion Go. It does run on the Steam Deck, but we're on the Legion Go. It's saying Epic for everything, and we're in the 60 range. So let's go ahead and do new. Of course, we'll call it Index. It's the only place. And we'll just start it up. But yes, with me, you know, quitting my job and kind of starting my own company, which YouTube is part of that, and social media in general. So I will be focusing on doing more streaming, more videos. We'll go back to 2 a day. We'll go back. We'll keep the daily polls. We'll keep the show on Saturday. That's all staying. But I'm going to add in some other stuff. I will be updating everybody on that this week as we're getting some stuff done. I did get my first client, and I've got to do probably about 40 hours of work this week for them, just in terms of like finding the best social media platform for them. It's a business. This is not like influencers. This is a business. So I've got to kind of do like a business review for them. And then after that, that'll be, you know, maybe 2 hours a day probably. So I'll have plenty of time throughout the day to keep going while I look for other ones and build on YouTube. So, and streaming in general, all platforms, you know, just Factor of Game stuff, right? We're going to be adding stuff in. So it should be fun. I hope everybody will enjoy it and check it out. I promise I won't do any more of the HDR videos unless I deem it necessary. Those things, that whole playthrough of Alone in the Dark, we're on chapter 5, which has been up. Chapter 5 has been ready to go for a month. Chapter 3 and 4, YouTube would not put the HDR tag on, so I couldn't release it until they did, and then they finally did it after I uploaded them again. So they took a lot longer than they had planned. It takes like, when I put a video up to get it like tagged for HDR, it takes probably 3 days at the fastest, but it has taken like up to 7 days for it to get that tag. And that's all it is just YouTube to say the metadata is there and we're going to tag it with HDR. The video works. It's just, it won't work with YouTube until they tag it. And at that point, I can then push it live. So those have been just one nightmare after another. But the 5th one I'll put up tomorrow or whenever. It doesn't matter to me. Like it's done. And then it'll be good to go. And then you'll have all 5 chapters to watch in 4K HDR. And it does look good, but it is a bit of a pain. So we'll figure out a better thing for that. Yeah, here's our character running around. This is our house. We got to rebuild some stuff, I think. Got to clean stuff up. But it's definitely going to be interesting. You know, I'm happy and I'm excited to keep doing like this type of stuff. It's really where my interests lie. You know, I enjoyed the gaming industry for 20 years, and I still will do some of it, but I just don't want to work for game companies any longer. I'd rather work for myself if I can. So hopefully that'll work out, and then we'll have a lot more stuff to talk about. But as for this week, like I said, there'll be a little bit of work going on because I got to do that initial review. Once I'm done with that, I'll have more time in the evenings to work on the YouTube side. And then probably all next week, I'll be the week after, not this week coming, the following week, I will be redoing stuff on the channel in terms of like video, layouts and metadata, cleaning some things up. And then I'll also be putting up some new things for the channel, some different stuff that I've been working on. And yeah, we should have a lot. And then obviously the daily poll will go up. Again, just remember that the daily poll won't go out at 6 a.m. Pacific. It'll go out at 12 p.m. So noon Pacific. That way we can have more relevant Steam-related stuff, because they make their changes every day at 10 a.m. So that'll give me 2 hours to make sure we're getting the right games. Unless somebody asks for games, right? You can always drop any game you want to see on the show here in the comments of any video, and I will try to accommodate that. It's easier if you drop them into this video, though, as you're watching the replay. If you want to see a game or something like that. It's at least in one space that I know to look, but I do try to check every place. We're just getting resources, I think, right now. We've got wood. We've got a bunch of leaves. It's almost like Oddsparks is trying to do kind of the Stardew Valley style, but have it like this automation type system that they work with. Do I talk to this person? Yep.
Oh.
I mean, obviously it looks nothing like Stardew Valley, but it seems like it has a little bit of that. Examine this. What's this? The village monument. Okay. Let's get out of there. Oh, here we go. We're still in the tutorial. This is cute. It's definitely an interesting game. Okay, that's all. I thought they both say something. It's the exact same thing. They say it together. As sisters would, I guess. Quartermaster. Okay. And then that's their chest. And then you got a little mine. Okay. Yeah, very Stardew Valley-ish. For sure. Although different type of mechanic, but I mean in general, it's making me feel like, okay, they're doing the same thing. And usually that's how it goes. Like, you find something that works, you do that. Talk to the divine researcher. That's the woodman. Oh, this might be him. There he is. You love the weird things. Let me see if we poke it right. Strange piece of metal you picked up as a broken shield comes alive. It wraps around your brooch and staff, and suddenly a wealth of information enters your mind. Dazed, you look at the ancient tablet near the researcher and realize you can understand the ancient writings. Okay. All right. Very much like a Banjo-Kazooie style voiceover. All right. So, do we have to talk to him again? I did. Kay, what's Kay doing? Oh, it tells you where you can get your resources from. Okay. And this is back to my house. Yeah, this is where I started. So I'm wondering, are we able to do anything with it? There's our map, tells us where our people are. The machines. It's our logs. Okay, nothing here. So we haven't unlocked that yet. So we got to do a little bit of the story here. We didn't go down to the left here. I guess up to the left. Oh, so that's the gate. Can't leave. I can't go in there. Oh no. Oh, I thought I got stuck. There we go. The builders. Maybe I should talk with them. Nope, they don't want to talk. Oh, they just like sell stuff, maybe. It did tell me, like, originally... Am I laying over top of it? Hold on. Maybe I am. Nope, I'm just over top the map. Let's go up this way. So I remember here. But we don't have permission. I thought I read the stone that he had asked me to look at, so I wouldn't think there's much more. Some kind of magic of devastation. Can't make much out of it. Okay, but then I spoke with him and he's like, oh, don't make me wait. Wait for what? And my tab is just that. Machine range. Okay, what's this? Starts. Unlocks the shrines. Okay. Well, the only thing I can think of is maybe we go to the middle thing. Since it's old. Can't catch all of the information. The word danger catches your eye. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so we did the right thing there. So we needed to do that. Now we need to go back to the researcher. So it's a little bit of a back and forth in the beginning. It's a little bit more of like an adventure than it is just a pure like build this to have like automations happening and like build these crazy machines to get like a cog made. Okay, we did that. The village monument. Examine the monument. Now, oh wait, no, I don't have to go back. I was like, damn, he's sending me back. You have it to into the woodland. It means you have to into the woodlands. You're not supposed to go there, but I give you my permission. Just be careful. Okay. So you got to go collect other stuff, other resources. Okay. So that might be this way. Is it that cave entrance? That might be it. Because I had to get permission to go in here. Yep. Oh, okay. That looks like another tablet. Okay, cool. Lots of different... Oh, and there's a machine hidden around here. Can I change the view? Maybe not. But anyhow, I think what we'll probably do is I will go through, I'll do a play of this video on the real view, have some machinery running, stuff like that. We'll see how the performance is. I mean, it's been running 60 frames per second at 1080p. No issues. This is just one of those games that I chose to pick so we could take a look at really quick while we were saying goodbye. But I think it is time to say goodbye for tonight's show. I do appreciate everybody for stopping in. Thank you as always. And I greatly appreciate everybody who was here chatting and appreciated the super chats and all that stuff. It was great timing for that. And it's very appreciated. We'll definitely put that towards games and stuff for the channel to make sure that we have all of those donations and that stuff going towards that. But do appreciate everybody that stopped in. Thank you for checking it out. And I hope everybody has a great week. I am going to be a little busy, but I'll be around and I'll be trying to go through the comments and stuff like that. And definitely try to jump on an extra stream here or there. There's a couple things that I do want to do, but we'll see as how fast I can get to them. But otherwise, if you haven't already, definitely give the channel a subscribe or follow or just like or comment. All of that's greatly appreciated and love to hear people's feedback. And if there's any games you want to see, definitely let them into the comments below. And also make sure to vote weekly or daily in the daily poll that happens each week. There'll be a daily poll Monday through Friday. They all go out at noon Pacific time. And then you'll see that there's 4 games on there. You choose one of the 4 games. And usually we tend to get about, 80 to 120 votes on games. So you have a good chance of being able to see the game that you want. And then we basically run through them here on the nightly stream on Saturdays. So appreciate everybody again. Thank you for watching and have yourself a great week. We'll talk next week. See you later. Bye-bye.